Today I worked myself up to a 235-pound squat below parallel. It took me a long time to get here, not out of my own head. Sometimes the fear of hurting myself overtakes me because I work out alone. 75% of lifting is psychological. Fear, self-doubt, hesitation, it all shows up when the bar gets heavy. But once you learn to trust yourself, visualize, and commit to the lift, your body follows your mind. This isn't just muscle, it's a mindset. So in this video, I'm going to hit on 4 different scientifically supported ways to break through mental barriers, okay? The first is motor imagery and visualization. The second will be the central governor sit theory. The next one will be mental rehearsal and boosting strength through like that. And the last is the placebo effect. All these ways can help you break the plateau of your mind. So motor imagery and visualization has been a technique that's been proven to work. How do you use that? When you're about to imagine yourself lifting the bar, in this case, I want you to imagine everything from the feeling that you're going to get, how heavy the weight's going to feel, the way your muscles are going to contract, the way it's going to feel coming up and coming down, the cues you're going to give yourself as you lift the weight up and down. Like, don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to go up there and grab the bar. No, like, you're going to get under the bar, put your feet about shoulder width apart, grab the bar with your left hand, grab the bar with your right hand, squeeze your lats together, stick out your chest, stick in your butt, whatever it is you have to do, and you go visualizing step by step by step with the weight you want to do. Your body's going to be able to be like, oh, I've already done this before, and you go under the bar and you continue your lift. Okay, so let's start something that you probably already know. Your brain has a protective system, otherwise known as the governor. When the governor senses that you're about to do something that might get you hurt or might get you injured, it's going to try to talk you out of it. It might make it look or sound way worse than what it actually is. You might even feel a little queasy or whatever. That's your mind just trying to play tricks with you. If you want evidence of this, this is an actual scientific theory called the central governance theory. There was a paper by Noakes, spelled Noakes, in 2007 that talks about this theory in more detail, but it's a thing you have to know. So when you start feeling this way, you really have to try to tell yourself, like, hey, everything's going to be okay. I'm going to see myself through and push through the fear. Now, if you have the athletes in your family, they might tell you that they do this. They visualize exactly what's going to go happen in a game or an athletic endeavor. And the more detailed the visuals are, the better it is, because your mind may be aware that this is fake, but your body does not. So it's almost like having your body learn something without actually you learning something. There was a study done with piano players where all they did was practice the song in their minds mentally. And then they never played on the piano. When it was time to play, they played the song perfectly. There was a study done in New Psicología 1992 by Yu and Cole that basically proved that when you see something in your mind, right, you lift it in your mind, you can get up to 13% stronger. Here's the deal, though. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to imagine myself doing a 200 or 315-pound squat down to the ground. No, that's not how it goes. You got to literally not only see it, but try to feel it. Like, imagine every little detail. What would it feel like? How would your breath be? You know, how cold would the bar be? How would it feel in your legs, in your stomach? Imagine yourself actually doing the lift. But, yeah, try that out and see how it works. Another way is the self-talk and control, also known as controlling your arousal. You may have heard me before say that it's not a great idea to work out angry. Psyching yourself up and getting yourself ready for a lift is awesome, but it could also lead to overdoing it, and then your form is sucky and like you just kind of mess up the lift. So if anything, give yourself some positive self-talk, some motivational self-talk. That does work. But be careful not to go way to the other side and get a little too confident and not use good steady form. So there's a study done by I'm going to mess up the name, Halso Gargardis. That was done in 2011 that talks about the power of positive self-talk. I'm obviously going to put this somewhere where you could see this so you could look up the study yourself because I just butchered that name. So the other thing that works is the placebo effect. Okay, so obviously just telling yourself that the weight's lighter can have an effect on the way you lift because you'll lift it and you'll be less intimidated. Good examples of this are Ronnie Coleman in the Mr. 8, Mr. Olympia, when he used to tell himself things like, ain't nothing but a peanut, lightweight baby, right before he's about to go lift some heavy weight. And hey, it worked for him. I've often done this to clients by putting 4 10 plates on a bar on each side that equates to 135 pounds. Then one day, just taking off the 4 plates and deciding to put 45 plates on each side, and now we're at 135 pounds. But they were lifting that weight for weeks and never knew because I was using smaller plates. So yes, you can also trick your mind into lifting heavy. I have basically used all these methods at one point in my lifting career. Either sometimes to be able to lift more weight, sometimes to be able to just get through the workout. Like I've used all of them. They all do work, you know. Also, but be very mindful that even though these techniques work, you still want to apply the theory of progressive overload and get the weight to be heavier over time. The more control you have of the weight that you have on your system is the better that you will feel and the less propensity for injury that you will have. So please let me know in the comments if you found this video to be helpful. If you'd like me to talk about anything else. I know that I can be long-winded. I'm working on that. Subscribe, tell a friend, tell a couple of friends. Let's build a little 3C fitness lifestyle nation here, and I hope you have a good one.